you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. Welcome to the BB Breakdown with Joleen. That's me. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Big Brother Breakdown with Joleen. That's me, stand-up comedian and Big Brother superfan Joleen Lunzer, here to break it all down for you. But first, make sure you hit that like, you guys. I think we're already at like 50. No, 49. I think Renee in the chat was saying, let's get Joleen to 50 likes. And let's do it, because really, where's Joleen at?
Let's welcome our next comic out here. Come on, Joleen.
What? I'm back, you guys. I'm back. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you want to support the channel further, you know how it's done. You can send a super chat while we're live. I'll highlight your comments. Otherwise, you can send a super thanks after the video posts. Thank you to those of you who have hit me up on the Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. And I received 2 things from my Amazon wish list today, and I'm going to post a picture of both items I received with the proper thank yous on my community tab after this. So be on the lookout for that. You guys are amazing. Thank you for understanding that I was gone this weekend. I thought I would be able to do a couple Big Brother updates, but I was doing shows in Phoenix and I got to meet so many of you. I met Miss Diamond. Oh my gosh, there were so many wonderful people I got to reach out and touch and hug and talk to, and I enjoyed talking to each and every one of you. I met Renee, one of my mods I've never met in person. So many people came out to the shows, and I am forever grateful. And I can't wait to come to a city near you. So please, after this video posts, always post what cities you're in, and I will try to make it happen so that I can perform stand up near you. Yes, I want to go to Dallas. I want to meet Jonathan, my bestie who I've never met, my bestie for the restie. Connor says, staying booked and busy, we can never be met. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, Renee. I had so much fun. I got to take pictures with a lot of you, and I think I hugged people a lot. Hopefully they were okay with that, but it was so exciting meeting people off of YouTube and being like, what's your YouTube name? Oh, you're Miss Diamond. Okay. So thank you guys so much for showing up, and also for understanding that I had to get caught up. So today I've basically spent it getting caught up on everything going on in the live feeds, watching last night's episode, because I got back into California in the evening and I was just too tired, and it didn't air here till 10 o'clock. What is this foosball stuff? Thank you, Miss Diamond. Miss Diamond says 10 out of 10 dentists recommend you see her live. Yes, I appreciate that recommendation. I need to have some kind of, what are those? Now I can't even, I'm so tired. Those sites called where you write your recommendations or you give your ratings. You know what I'm talking, Yelp. I need a Yelp review. Oh no, Taryn was crying. You had to do a recap at 12. I mean, it sucks to go that long. I mean, that late. So I was like, I'll rest and I will get caught up. So now I'm caught up. And what did you guys think of last night's episode? Because holy moly macaroni, we actually got to see some of the Corey and Jared fight. Obviously, it was very edited because we had to get it on the episode. I don't think they showed what I thought was the most iconic point on Corey's part, which was, hey, yeah, you guys are pretending like the alliance is real. The 7 Deadly Sins alliance, your little alliance is real, but you've been telling me it's fake, and Jag and Matt think it's real. And if it's so real, how come you guys are targeting Jag every chance you get? So really, it would be the 6 deadly sins. Haha. I mean, he said it a lot better than I just did. But lo and behold, you guys, the 6 deadly sins, now that Izzy has been evicted from the Big Brother house, are in full effect. I go and do a couple of dang shows, okay? in Arizona, and I come back and Jag is still trying to get a 6, a 7, this alliance that's not real going. Just like, what? So just like Corey said in their argument, the 7 deadly sins really are the 6 deadly sins, but he meant because they don't really care about Jag. They don't really care about Jag, and Jag's like, I think they do. I think they do. I would love to go to Eugene, Oregon. Nicole, absolutely love to. The host we had this weekend on the shows, shout out to Eric. He is from Oregon in that area. And one of my besties, Ellie Pat, is from that area. So Eddie James is saying, I can't believe Jared won the wall. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I saw a lot of a debate on Twitter and people talking and saying that the location of the handles where they were holding themselves up on the wall was problematic for some of the smaller people. So this actually could have been a wall comp that was geared more toward taller people. And also that Big Brother was making it harder for people not to be able to have moments to get their hands dry, like Taylor was able to last season. And so that added to it. I don't know, but I think it was the shortest wall competition in the history of wall competitions. That was some craziness watching them. And Bowie Jane, God love Bowie Jane, but she threw that damn thing, right? And then Cirie with the old muffin hands. Even Cirie was like, come on, muffin hands. So maybe I think they made those wall cutouts into muffins. So Jared's muffin hands just held onto the muffins. And he was like, do you know the muffin man? It's Jared, And then Bowie Jane was like, okay, so the wall, you guys saw it, Blue looked pissed. I thought Blue was going to take it home. Okay. And she was like, and then she falls. And you could tell like she was trying her hardest. Jared's still up there. And then Bowie Jane's like, in the game. This is intense, right, guys? This is intense. Wow. Who's that guy behind us? He's annoying. Yeah, it's Josh? Martina? Okay, cool. Anyways, hi guys. She was stretching. She was just doing some aerobics. She loves her calisthenics. Bowie Jane loves to talk about doing burpees today on the feed. She was like, I was doing my burpees, Matt. See, I knew it was not 15. I do 5, 15, 5, 6, 4 millimeters. It was intense. Yeah. So she looked like boom, 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 boom. Like fine. But no, Bowie Jane threw it. And why would I be surprised that Bowie Jane threw it? I had hype man husband Chell, casual corner Chell, watching that with me. And he was like, why would she throw it? I go, because this is Bowie Jane. And Bowie Jane has told us, I didn't want to win. I didn't want to win. I didn't want to make hard decisions. Didn't want to do that. It's too intense. I just want to be on the right side of the vote. I just don't want to be left out. I just don't want to be left out. I just don't want that. That was very hard because I'm supposed to be with the bye-bye bitches. I don't even know what that means. So she threw it. I want to stand Bowie Jane. I want to. Just because she's, people talk shit about her on the show. And if, I'm just like, all right, she's an underdog in that way. She's a social underdog. And then she does shit like that and says shit like, I didn't really want to play. Just want to make it to Jerry because I'm renting out a house. Can't kick the renters out. I guess I could just stop the house on fire, but then what if they die? It would be bad. So I guess I'm going to have to play, but just to Jerry. I mean, Bowie, I would understand if Bowie's like, I'm playing in the middle. I'm in the middle. I'm like Malcolm in the middle. It's intense. But no, she's not even like Malcolm in the middle. She's like, Malcolm's not home. Malcolm got kicked out of the house. Malcolm never got the key. That's what she just... right. It was a short. And of course, Yvonne, of course, you add Josh Martinez to anything, it's going to be boring. No offense, all offense. It's going to be boring. Okay. Now, what's going on with Julie Chen? Because, I've been gone for a minute. I leave one weekend, you guys, Friday, Saturday shows. And all of a sudden, Julie Chen, people are like, she ain't going to make it. What happened? Did her Bible podcast get picked up? What happened? Did she choose meanness? Julie Chen on Real Reason, she exited the talk. Ooh, let's see what she says. According to the Hollywood Reporter, in an interview about her memoir, But First, God. Oh, God, I forgot that's the name of her memoir. I'm sorry. I'm sassy today, you guys. You're going to get sassy, Joleen. So buckle up, Buttercup. Buckle up, Buttercup. You can't tell me how to live my life when you are living with a man who did what he did. I am so tired. I love Jeebus just as much as the next person. God Almighty, bless all the things. Wonderful. Believe what you want to believe, but stop preaching your word to me when your husband's out there making other women's lives miserable, allegedly. Okay. So I hate that. I hate that. Okay, you had to find God to be able to live with yourself, to live with this man, to cash the checks that he still got after all the terrible things he allegedly did. So of course you need to choose kindness, not me. I didn't marry somebody that does that stuff. I didn't do that stuff. I'm not touching people, taking away opportunities from people. I'm not sexually harassing people that I know of. I mean, occasionally at comedy shows, I could take it a little too far. I recognize that. But I am so tired of this woman, Julia Moonves, showing up. Can we get Julie Chen back? And didn't this relationship start with her cheating with him when he was married, allegedly? Give me up. Stop with the Bible verses, okay? Jesus himself would say, no, Julie, we got to practice what we preach. And you don't need to preach. If you find God, good for you. But guess what? He's not missing for me. I never lost him. I've never had to go, where did he go? Where is that God? Where did God go? Where is Jesus? Where is he? I'm happy you found him, but you don't need to tell me where he is. He's where I want him to be. And where the next person wants him to be, you don't have to preach at me. That's what I'm saying. Julie Chen, stop. Stop, Julie. You're still married to less nasty ass Moonves. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. As my little nephew would say, don't tell me nothing. Okay, so in an interview, I can't even look at this guy. We're all going to look at him together, okay? We're going to get through this together. Getting caught up on all things Big Brother over here on the channel. Hit that like if you haven't already. 450 in the live. Let's get sassy. Let's roast the shit out of this. Okay. Sexual misconduct claims. Guess what, Julie? I never had that. Maybe less should do less. He's doing too much. I don't know what I was going to say there. But maybe less should choose kindness. Maybe less should keep his hands to himself. Okay? Jeez Louise, Julia, stop it. Well, I'm not even in it yet. Okay. Sexual misconduct claims in an interview about her new memoir. But first, God, if I was Big Brother, I'd sue her. I'd say, nope, you can't use that. That's ours on our show. You can't have that. Okay. Especially when you added Moonves to your name. The day she said, I'm from outside of the Big Brother house with Brent. And he's like, my name is Brett. I'm Julie Chen Moonves. I was like, it's over. It's over. So she claimed her decision to leave CBS daytime show was not her own, but declined to address her feelings on the Believe Her movement. Oh, you are such a jerk, Julie Chen. You are. I don't like women like this. I do. I know my husband. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Just because your husband, I find very hard to believe. Again, this is comedy and commentary, in my opinion. Everything's alleged. However, everything I say is true, except for the parts that are false. Okay. Just because it's your husband, you think you know him, and because he didn't do this stuff to you, even though didn't he have an affair with you? Wasn't that a little affair that happened, Julia? Doesn't mean it didn't happen to other women. That's the same thing that Lindsay Lohan did when she came forward during the Harvey Weinstein stuff. And she goes, he was always nice to meet. Well, good for you, Lindsay. I'm so glad he didn't assault you. I'm sure that helps the other women. Same thing goes for Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher. You can just F the right off. Okay, nobody cares how Danny Masterson was to work with. Ugh, these people. I swear, it's like they get famous, they get money, people tell them they're great, and they lose all concept of reality and human decency. No one has to know everything you're thinking. You didn't have to do this interview. What do I care about why you don't work on the talk? The talk sucked. No offense, all offense. What? Is it still on? I mean, I'll go on it if they want me, but it sucks. Who cares? What do I care? What are you doing, Julia? And this, what the shittiest piece of shitty that ever shittied is with this, you guys, is that Julia's doing this to promote her podcast about God. You're making money off God, Julia. Is that in the Bible? I don't know. I haven't read it recently. Did you talk to Jesus about that? Is he okay with that, Julia? Is he okay that you're doing that? You're making money off your husband's sexual misconduct, alleged sexual misconduct, and you don't want to comment on the believe her. And he still, from what I remember, left CBS with his package. No pun intended, but both packages. And if I had anything to do with it, he would not leave with his package, either of them. Okay. So now Julia is out here promoting, using possibly, we're still on the headline. I'm still mad about the headline. Using trauma that happened to other women by your stupid husband, allegedly, to promote your dumb podcast. I'm sorry. Your podcast is dumb. I don't even have to listen to it, and it's dumb. I asked God. He said it was dumb. I know him. We're close. We talk. What up, G's? Yeah, no. Thank you, Lala. Hi, Joleen. Christy and I are sending greetings from Atlantic Ocean on the Carnival cruise. We are cruising Canada. So happy to have internet on the cruise ship so we can keep up with you and BB. Thank you, Lala and Christy. Have the most fun. Yeah, choose kindness, my ass, right? Choose kindness, my boo, Julie, boo. Boo, boo, like Shannon says, boo, tomato, 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 boo, 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 boo. Your husband's an idiot. Your podcast is stupid. This is dumb, Julia. Let's keep talking. I'm not going to say this is Julie Chen. This is Julia Moonves. Ugh. I know my husband. Ugh. 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 God, I know your husband too, Julia. All I have to do is take one look at him and I know your freaking husband, and look at you and look at him and know why you married him, Julia. And I used to so think Julie Chen was just amazing. Oh, here we go. Okay. Julie Chen Moonves said she questioned her husband, Leslie Moonves. Oh my God, Leslie, calm it down. Over the 2018 sexual abuse allegations that resulted in his resignation as CBS CEO, and disputed a previous statement that she made the decision to leave the talk after a decade as a host. Oh God, tell me you want to promote your podcast and you need to be relevant without telling me. You didn't have to bring this up. You could have just said, hey, I have this podcast, but you know it's shitty and you know no one's going to listen to it. So then you got to bring up the trauma of these women and somehow try to vindicate your dumbass husband. Okay. Chen Moonves opened up about both topics while declining to discuss the Believe Her movement with Juju Chang. Juju Chang didn't deserve that. Poor Juju Chang. How did she get this story? Ugh, I bet she's like, oh, I got to talk to Julia Moonves on Good Morning America on Monday. Oh, it was this morning. The Big Brother host appeared as part of a segment promoting her new memoir. But first, God, okay, it's a book. It's not a podcast. Be better as a podcast. No one's going to read that book. No one is going to read that book. Leslie is going to have to take all of his blood money that he got from CBS, allegedly, and he's going to have to buy her way onto the New York Times bestseller. No one's going to read that dumb book. They're not going to read it. In which she details how in the past 5 years she found God. Well, where did you lose him? That's what I never understand about these people. Why does it always take someone doing the most fucked up shit? And not everybody, but a lot of people. Why did you ignore him before? Why was he lost before? Why did you have to find him? And only to kind of help yourself. It's for such selfish reasons too. So I'm in hot water. My husband's a predator, allegedly, but I want to stay with them because the retirement package is key. And so I'll find God, and then I'll preach it to other people who don't need it because they never lost them. Oh my God, this woman. It's an experience, she says, changed her from a self-absorbed, career-minded, vain, gossipy, fun to be with, but probably kind of shallow person. What the fudge? Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. This woman, fire her. I'm done. I'm so done with Julia. Julia says, let's repeat this. Even God is like, stop, Julia, stop. You're on a tour to sell your book and you're trying to sell God. You put a price tag on God. You put a price tag on everything. You are still shallow. You are still self-absorbed. You're still career-minded as you promote your dumb book. You're still gossipy, vain. Oh, yeah. Fun to be with. Yeah, maybe circa 2006, 2007, but probably kind of a shallow person. Look who you married. Let's go. Julie, this is who you married. You see that guy? See this little guy right here? See this little predator alleged? Yeah, you're still shallow. You're still vain. Because without the dollar bills and the access to the jobs and all that stuff, would Julia marry him? Would she? Do you guys think Julia would marry him? Do you think that would? Oh, yeah, probably kind of shallow. She's ruining it. I get what you're saying. No, Maddie, I get it. Says, I hear you about Julie. I look over that side of her because I love BB. It's nothing without her. But damn, she needs to not preach. You're right. Right? And let me tell you something. We think that because we have this like romanticized idea of what Julia Moonves used to be, and we think that woman still exists. We think Julie Chen still exists, but it's just Julia Moonves now. So I've been saying this for years, and people do not like when I say it. She could be replaced. She don't watch the show. She doesn't care. And now if someone wants to say, hey, Jolene, hosts don't watch the show. There are more hosts that are plugged in. Arissa Cox, BB Can, more plugged in. The prior host of, all the prior hosts of BB UK, they knew shit. They were like plugged into it. Emma, oh, I loved Emma BB UK. She knew her shit. Julia forgets. She's like, what? She can barely read the cards anymore. Julia's lost in the sauce. We don't need her. She don't add nothing. She should be out there advertising. She should be doing interviews like at any moment during BB Can, even though they took away feeds, and I don't watch that shit anymore because I'm not watching the show without feeds. It's took everything away from me. But if you watched it through the years, Arissa Cox, the host of that show, also being the executive producer, she's out there. She's talking about the show. You can tell she loves the show. Julie knows nothing about the show. She just wants to promote her. But first, God. But first. How about, but first, divorce? That should be your book. But first, divorce. And then maybe I'd read But First, God. But no. But first, no. That's what I'm going to say to Julia. Oh, my God. Oh, so you questioned him, Julia? You did the detective work? Oh, good. I'm so glad you were on the case. Not like you had a vested interest or anything that you could lose money. Oh, God. Okay. So, you guys, she's an experience that's changed her. From a self-absorbed, career-minded, vain, gossipy, fun to be with, but probably kind of shallow person. But don't forget to buy my book. But first, God. During the discussion, Chen Moonves claimed that despite her statement announcing her departure from the talk in 2018 as a move of her own, her exit was not on her own terms. Well, no shit, Sherlock. You were on the show talking about what Bill Cosby's wife should do with Bill Cosby, and then you're married to a whole-ass predator yourself, and now no one can talk about Leslie. Give me a break, lady. At the time, she said in the tape segment, I have been at the talk since the day it started 9 years ago. And the cast, crew, and staff have become family to me over the years. But right now, I need to spend more time at home with my husband. Oh my God, was he on like wife arrest? What do you got him on a leash? Girl, that is not going to help him. And our young sons have decided to leave the talk. Oh God. Also, wow, how interesting that she has all these gigs and her husband is like the CEO over there at the time. I wonder how she got those jobs. Oh my God. 75K an episode. She should get 7K an episode. Dude, chick barely reads the cards anymore. Come on. Seriously. The talk was so boring. And then you had Sharon Osbourne saying weird stuff, and poor Sarah Gilbert's like, I don't want him to be canceled. I don't know what's going on. And they were just shuffling other people in and comedians sometimes. And they were all like walking on eggshells. And I'm like, just watch The View, watch The Real, watch anything else. The talk was, is it still on? But First, God is an audiobook only. If it is, oh my God, Renee. Oh my God. Right? This is so bad. This is so bad. All right. So now she's going to tell us about 2018 like we give a shit about. All right. So at the time, she said in the tape segment, I have been at the talk since the day, blah, 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 blah. And the cast, crew, and staff have become my family because they have to be nice to me because my predator husband runs the network over the years. But right now, I need to spend more time at home with my husband and our young son. How about just your son? But first, divorce. But while speaking to GMA, Chen Moonves, Julia Moonves reversed course, stating that she had never revealed that she was asked to leave the show until her memoir. Buy the book. She's like, Cameron, ride with me. That was a hard time. I felt stabbed in the back. I was, you know. Were you though? Were you? Were you? Because you were on a show called The Talk, where you talked about predators and pop culture predators and the Harvey Weinsteins and the Bill Cosbys of them all. So you're going to have to talk about Leslie Moonves. Were you going to talk about Leslie Moonves? Chen Moonves added that she had reconciled, but I don't know if I could have reconciled if I didn't have God in my life. Oh my God, leave God alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. He always gets dragged into this shit. Your husband's a predator, so now God's got to, fix this shit. Oh my God, don't you think he's tired? He or she is tired. Chen Moonves' exit from The Talk followed a 2018 expose in The New Yorker detailing sexual misconduct allegations against Moonves, including claims of forcible touching Julia or kissing Julia, physical intimidation Julia, and threats to derail careers. Oh, Julia. This is disgusting. It's disgusting that all these years and you have no clarity, and all your Bible reading has not given you any clarity to the true victims and survivors of this shit. And you still feel bad for yourself, your dumb talk show, and your husband. No one cares about your husband. No one cares about your talk show. You know what we care about? The women whose careers were derailed. And there were it wasn't just, I think there was Kathy Griffin at one time talked about a meeting with him. I think even there were some big name A-list actresses too that came forward. So you can't be how they like to say, well, they're just doing it to get their 15 minutes. Yeah, because all these women want to get 15 minutes off of Leslie Moonves' dumbass. Julia. An internal investigation found that there was merit to the allegations, Julia, his own company said there's merit to the allegations. And the former CEO was denied his severance, but he still got his benefits, I think. With Moonves, so he was denied his severance with Moonves and what was then Viacom CBS settling so they settled with him. In 2022, Moonves and Paramount Global also agreed to pay more than $9 million to shareholders in a deal with the New York State Attorney General over sexual misconduct claims against Moonves. So in 2022, Moonves and Paramount Global agreed to pay more than $9 million to shareholders in a deal with the New York State Attorney General over sexual misconduct claims. Oh God, Julia, that's a lot of people and a lot of money being floated around for something that didn't happen and isn't real. It's crazy, Julia. At the time of the initial allegations, Chen Moonves issued a statement on social media, writing that she has known her husband for decades. Well, you don't know him that well. Leslie's a good man. No, he's not. And a loving father. Prove it. Devoted husband. Okay. An aspiring corporate leader. Blech. Inspiring. Blech. She said, he has always been a kind. Oh my God, Julia. How does she still even have a job at Big Brother? Cancel Julia at this point. You're gross, Julia. I forgot you said this shit. Why'd you remind me? Because I'm with the rest of you. I was trying to forget about it. You brought it back up to sell your stupid book. So if anyone after this video post, if I see in the comments, it's her husband, whatever. No, she brought this shit up to sell her book. Always remember, she's using this to sell her book. She knows what she's doing. He's a good man and a loving father and a devoted husband, inspiring corporate. Who's he inspiring? All the women that didn't get positions because he forcibly touched them, kissed them, or intimidated them? Who the fuck's he inspiring? You got to marry them and sleep with them, according to your situation, to get something on that network? Jeez Louise. He has always been a kind, decent, and moral human being. Ugh. I fully support my husband. Ugh. I'm telling you, I don't give a fudge. Any other woman, that many women come forward, you are side-eyeing. You're going, my husband's gross. The gross. Thank you, Rick. Exactly, Rick. But first, book sales. That's what it should be called. You don't give a shit. Boo, Julia, boo. Backdoor Julie. Backdoor Julie. Backdoor Julie. Thank you, Michelle. Great point. People always think they know serial killers too. Why can't people learn their lesson? She's the host of a manipulation game and she's blind to manipulation. Girl, exactly. And also, you've made a killing off of this show that involves lying, cheating, bouncing checks, all these things that aren't moral according to you, but you still cashed your paycheck, right? But yet at the end of the show, it's always been pissing me off that you want to lecture us on how we should live our lives. Well, you're making money off a deceptive show and it's totally fine. We all watch it and enjoy it and we understand that even God, his or herself would understand that this is entertainment and that it's just silliness and they're playing within the rules of the game. But then you want to go, oh, remember, because now it's just choose kindness. Remember, when this first happened, it was all these other things. And we're like, Julia, stop. It's always this way. Your friend, it's the same thing with MLMs and cults and whatever. Your friend is really into something like, did you hear about, this, whatever they're doing. Yeah, I'm having a Scentsy party. And you're like, well, you can get the Scentsy out of here. I'm not coming to your damn Scentsy parties, even though some of those Scentsy things smell pretty damn good. But it's just like, quit trying to sell us your shit, Julia. We don't want it. Remember the BTK killer or B2? I always say the B2K. Sorry, B2K. The BTK killer? He had a whole family, wife, daughter. His daughter just did an interview a couple years ago. They had no clue. He hid it. He had like a special little drop storage thing in his closet. People could live double lives all the time, Julia. Let's not pretend you actually believe Leslie. You believe the money. Follow the money. It's what my grandpa always said. R.I.P. Grandpa Wally. Follow the money. Julia will follow the money. Hit that like. Yes, please, you guys. 575 live. Hit that like. Okay. So at the time of the initial allegation, she put in a statement that was bullshit. While talking to GMA, Chen Moonves was asked whether she had questioned her husband about the allegations. That's not what we're here to talk about, she told Chang. But of course, yeah, I know my husband, I know my husband. Julia, you knew they were going to bring that up. You knew they were going to talk about that. That's the biggest story you have now, is your husband being a piece of shit. And you're going to be asked about that, unfortunately, especially since you had his back. And you, in public, put out statements having his back. Like you said, when many, many women came forward and his own place of employment was like, there's merit to it. Oh my gosh. But I know my husband. The Big Brother host did address an element of her memoir, because she's selling a book, you guys, in which she described the personal difficulties around telling their son about the allegations. Oh my God. I told him that there were reports that were false. That poor kid. About our family. Why did you even bring your son up? That's gross. That's gross, Julie. That's really gross. I told him that there were reports that were false about our family and that I kept it simple, she recalled. I said, so if you ever hear anything or read anything, to come to us first. You know this family. You know who you are. And don't let anyone shake that. That's gross, Julie. That's really gross, Julie. Chen Moonves also declined to directly address her position on the Believe Her movement that followed the wave of #MeToo allegations starting in 2017, including those against her husband. Of course she did. Of course she did. How could she advocate for women while she's sticking up for a predator and making money and selling a book? Well, I think that's getting off track from, but first God, she said. It's actually not. It's actually not, because I'm pretty sure there's probably many, many Bible verses that would say it's probably, do unto others, don't pusheth thyself on a woman employee. I think that is a verse, John 6:9 or something. I'm not sure, you guys. We joke, but we have fun. We have a good time. Well, I think that's getting off track from, but first God, she said. I think we all go through hard times in this world, in our life. Mine are not just over, mine are not over just because I found Christ. Quit bringing Christ into it. He didn't do this. He didn't do this, Julie. Leslie did. Okay? I think we need to keep our focus on him. No, your focus should be on Leslie. Christ is doing great. He's doing great stuff. I never heard one bad thing about Jesus. Tons of people said they met him. They wrote a whole book about him. I didn't hear, he didn't do none of this stuff. He was nice to everybody. He was like the nicest guy you could meet. Turning water into wine, giving people fish. I mean, hanging out with alleged prostitutes, even though we know that we're just female confidants, that at the time you couldn't have a female confidant. So they're like, Mary Magdalene's a whore. And it's like, but is she? Or is she just a friend? And Jesus was just a very early in life feminist. So yeah. I think we should keep our focus on, you should keep your focus on Leslie. And Leslie should keep his focus on Leslie. And you should stop selling your book on the backs of these women's trauma and not think you're not going to get asked about that. Give me a break, Julia. A representative for CBS directed The Hollywood Reporter to reps for the talk who have not responded. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yeah, there you go, Renee. Thou shalt not covet thy married boss as thine husband. Right, Casey? It's all these freaking people. The more stuff, the more any of these Hollywood people talk, I'm just like, shut the front door. Shut up. You're all just trying to sell us something. Shut up. Just admit it. Just admit it. Yes, Casey. Jolene, she was talking to everyone when she said, be kind to one another at the end of the show, because she was preparing us for her memoir. Mm-hmm. She had to find a way. Why couldn't she find Jesus and not make money off him? Why can't you just find Christ, appreciate what Christ has brought to your life, and not make money off him, Julie? Huh. Isn't it interesting how you put a dollar sign on Christ? Such a great guy, did so much for you. You found him. But you still found a way to put a dollar sign on him. Isn't that interesting? Wasn't there something in the Bible about like rich people and poor people and getting it? I don't know. Maybe she should read it. Oh my gosh. Jesus Louise. This lady, Julia, I can't with Julia. I can't with people who want to preach to me and then make money off of Christ. I just go donate it, Julia. Go do it. Would Christ do that? What would Jesus do? I bet he wouldn't make money off a book about his predator husband and his life with him. I bet you wouldn't do that. I don't think that's in the Bible. Thou shalt casheth thy check about thy disgusting husband predator. He wouldn't do that. Oh my God. She needs to shut up. Can she share her testimony with people who want to hear it and where she's not making money off of it? Are you supposed to make money off your testimony? Are you supposed to? Huh. Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, and Justice for the Talk. Is that even a show? I gotta look it up. So if you guys want to read this, you can go to thehollywoodreporter.com and read the full article. The talk show? Isn't that the one that Jerry O'Connell was always popping on? Yeah, still a show. All right. Are they going to address it? Who's even on it? Oh, God. It's the same thing when Drew Barrymore was spouting off recently, like, everybody needs my show. These Hollywood people, they're cuckoo bananas, some of them. They're very cuckoo bananas. The self-importance is ridiculous. I don't think that's very Christian-like, to find yourself to be that important. When Drew Barrymore's like, everybody needs my show. No, we don't. We don't. There's been a million talk shows before. There'll be a million talk shows ever. What does your show do? No, we don't. You know what we need? We need writers and creatives to actually make a living wage. We need people to be okay. We need negotiations. We need you to not be a union buster. We need you not to hire scabs. And if you are going to go forward with this talk show you think is so great and saves the damn world, are you going to pay the writers what they're asking? Are you going to set the precedent to push forward negotiations? I don't think so. I don't think that's what you're going to do. Who are you going to have write for you, Drew? Scabs. That's who you're going to have write for you. Well, people need it. Yeah, that's the point of striking, to show you how important that labor union, that specific work is, and those people are, so that these corporations and these people who are cash cows and they want to just take all the money and leave you with nothing, yet you're the one creating the product. You want to remind them and protect employees and protect workers that they're needed and necessary, and negotiations should be taking place. So you going around that and going, but everyone needs my show. No, we don't. We don't need you close talking to people. We don't need you and your Nepo baby shit. And I liked Drew Barrymore, but I'm like, screw Drew Barrymore now. That is just some bullshit. But but she's born into this, so she doesn't know what it's like to be a person and have to actually like pay your bills and fight for insurance and shit. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Oh my god, these people are so annoying. They're so annoying. Thank you so much, Buddy. Buddy for the super chat. Buddy says, as a disabled person who was sexually assaulted, I feared coming forward. Julie's excuses both anger and sadden me. Exactly, Buddy. Exactly. And I'm so sorry that you had to listen to Julia, dumbass, hypocrite, I make money off Christ's Moonves, spew her bullshit because she doesn't want to leave her rich husband. Because she knows him. This is the recap, Planner Bay. This is the recap. It's the recap of what's going on in the Big Brother world. Okay. Michelle says, Drew needs to learn from Kelly Clarkson. Kelly's postponed her show, but is still paying her employees. See, that's the difference because Kelly Clarkson knows what it's like. I think, not being born into this business. I mean, she did get famous very young off of American Idol and stuff, but she was an actual normal, average human at one point where Drew was always a Barrymore. But just the audacity to think, everybody needs my show. I'm sorry, what? No, we don't. But first, Prophet Preacher. She's promoting a book. Yeah, she should. I would just cancel Drew's show. I would cancel it. Honestly. I know she has now changed her mind because she got so much backlash. But remember, she doubled down twice. So she got backlash and then she was like, you guys, it came during COVID and it was so important to have my show during. This isn't COVID. This is worker negotiations. This is labor unions. Okay? Educate yourself. Don't be so willfully ignorant and so privileged. It's gross. It's gross, Drew Barrymore. It's super, super gross. I'm tired of Nepo babies too, Ryan. Cancel them all. Like, screw you. Get a job. Get a job that your parents didn't do first. Or your aunts, your uncles didn't do first. We do. We need a cleanse. Who is she? This one goes out to Drew, talk out of the side of my mouth, Barrymore, who I used to love, which pisses me off, and Julie Chen, who is now Julie Moonves, who I used to love. This goes out to them.
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
Like Jared. We don't need Jared on this show, right? Another Nepo baby. Yeah. Buddy, all the love to Buddy. All the love to Buddy. Yeah. Oh, and Chell's here. Hey, hype man husband Chell. This girl is on fire. Speaking of which, where's Nicole Anthony these days? This girl is on fire. Oh my God. Yes. Okay. Let's get into it. Okay, so last night's episode, we got to see the fight. We talked a little bit about that. We got to see Jared win the wall competition. We got to see Cirie's reaction, which I wonder if she shared this with Jared. She was like, Jared, I sent you in for a conversation, not to start a war, like he did with Corey and everyone. And we were able to see a little bit through the edit how Cirie managed to come in to the have not room during their heated discussion where everything was getting spilled and calm it down a little bit. In her Cirie-ness, she was able to work her social strategic game magic at times, and then Jared just shit on it by going, and I want to say something else. I got something to say. And we're like, no, Jared, you've said enough. You have said more than enough. All right. So Frederick says, what I find ironic, it was not until the allegations came to light on 9/13/2018, episode of BB that she ended with, I'm Julie Chen Moonves. Good night. Yeah, that was the night that Brent, a.k.a. Brett, was evicted. And I'm sure there was she had to make her stand. Are you going to ride with Leslie in Leslie's dollar bills? Because we don't know what agreements they have. We don't know, Are you going to follow the money or what? Oh, Mazel. Congratulations to Nicole Anthony getting married. Way to go, girl. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. All right. So, sending Jared, yes, is like sending a bull into a china shop. Yes. A little bit, but he still talked over his mom. There were times that when I was watching it on the feeds. So very interesting. Okay. So we saw America and Corey go on the block last night, which was not a shocker at all. The plan is to backdoor Cameron, which I am happy that that is still the plan. I think Cameron is a someone I would like to see voted out of the house. I think he's someone who can win a lot. And we know that Cameron's strategy now, since basically being ostracized from everyone, and everyone not wanting anything to do with him, was he was going to have to win everything. You know, what I did like in last night's episode is that little shot of Cameron on the couch where all the unmentionables went down and the wet wipes happened, where Cameron was looking at as they were running into the HOH or to the have not room. Cameron's like a smirk on his face, as he was part of creating some of that mayhem, you know. Yes, and we did see this happen. I didn't get to talk about this yet, you guys, so thank you so much for bringing this up in the chat, Yvonne, where Jared said to Matt, you misunderstood me or you misheard me. And Matt had went on to the feeds and made it very clear that he was offended by Jared saying that. And he felt that that was offensive and that that was ableist of Jared to use that. Matt thought Jared, and a lot of Twitter thought that too, that Jared was using Matt's disability to as an excuse for like, oh, you didn't hear me. You misunderstood. And it's like, so then the editors, you know, in last night's episode, they again played what Jared had said to Matt, like he did not misunderstood him. So as if Jared, people needed more reasons not to like Jared. I mean, they do not like Jer Bear. Jer Bear, I mean, oh, goodness. Another reason why nepotism doesn't work. Some cases it does, Kate Hudson. Other cases it doesn't, Jared. All right. So, wow. Just giving people more reasons to not like him, or what he said after, you know, the use of the R word, after, you know, him recently discovering that women are human, and now with weaponizing, you know, Matt, and Matt being deaf, which is, again, we'll never be able to tell if that was Jared's intention, if that was something he consciously did or unconsciously did. It's impossible for us to know. It's a shitty thing to say to someone who has opened up to you and someone who's close to you in the game, being Matt, about being deaf and how hard it is for him to, you know, be in conversations where it's, you know, a big group and to follow that. It's a shitty ass thing to say, but do we know for sure that Jared intended? Was he thinking at the time? Was it conscious, unconscious? We don't know. We don't know. I still do not hate Jared more than Daniel Tiger. I'll say that. I do not. He's not at that level for me yet. Daniel Tiger was and continues to be the friggin' worst. Okay. And he's leaning into that shit. And it's like, how's that working for you? I mean, who? Him and Terrence are like sad. They're the saddest piece of sads that ever sadded from that show. Just yuck City Township. Dan Barry, thank you so much for the super chat. Dan says, where's Mimi? Is she the house? Is me? I haven't seen her in the game for 6 weeks. She's going to win because they're all going to forget about evicting her. You know, I think the thing with Mimi is we're used to watching this season, Dan, a season full of people who overshare and talk about the game constantly. And Mimi is able to not only overshare, they provide too much information when they don't need to, and then they want to flip things, which makes it really entertaining for us to watch, but strategic wise, not the best. Mimi, we got to remember, she comes from the political background, not as a politician, but working, you know, behind the scenes in politics. So I feel like Mimi's the type of player, she's going to let you share everything you have, and she's not going to let you be able to read her. Mimi actually played quite a pivotal role in the flip, in that her, Corey going to her and her agreeing to that and her advocating, let's not tell Felicia, knowing that Felicia would run and tell Cirie and Jared in that side that they were flipping the vote, even though it was to save Felicia, which is what we saw when Matt stupidly told Felicia, hey, we're saving you, which then caused Felicia to immediately run to Jared. So Mimi is just a much more quiet, introverted, calculated player. So she is in the house, but she's not going to get, she's my winner pick too, Rick. Early on, I was like, Mimi. From her interview, from everything, I was like, Mimi could do this. Mimi would be the type of player I would want to be in that house. I could never. My mouth is too big. I'm too blunt. I don't have the self-control that Mimi has. So yeah, I will say she's not going to get the screen time that the others get, because as far as, her, whether it's popping off or her oversharing or her getting caught in something, it's not going to happen as much. There's so many other bigger personalities. She's not the biggest personality in the house, but she's definitely there. She's definitely playing, and she's definitely figuring out, constantly where she fits and pivoting. So she's playing. Now, Bowie Jane is someone we do see, but she ain't playing. She's not playing the game. I mean, barely. She's barely. She's basically just telling people, I just want to get to Jerry. I see it's too intense. It's intense. I didn't want any responsibility. She just doesn't want it. So Mimi's actually in a pretty good spot. Her name has been brought up previously for some pawnage, but her and Felicia have now solidified their final two. And they are working now. Felicia is full on. She knows that Cirie and Jared, a light finally went off when she was like, Jared, why didn't you use the veto on me? And Jared's like, I knew they were going to go after Cirie, and I knew she wouldn't have the votes to stay, and I knew you did. And she's like, huh. But then she's getting notes from the other side. Like, what was that fight all about? What happened? And then she's putting the pieces together, and people are letting her know it was because they wanted to keep Izzy over you. And Felicia's like, why? Why would I'm in the Brown Sugar Babes, and now Jared's in the Brown Sugar Babes? There's 4 of us in the Brown Sugar Babes. Why would they want to keep Izzy over me? So Felicia, unfortunately, is missing one puzzle piece, and she even said that on the feeds, of why Cirie seems to be more loyal to Jared and why they were more loyal to Izzy than her. Why she was expendable and Izzy wasn't. And the puzzle piece is Jared and Cirie are mother and son. And it's baffling. I saw someone on Twitter wrote that Corey knows every season of Survivor, or is always quoting stuff from Survivor, but he just doesn't remember the season that Jared went on and visited his mom for the family visit. And that's interesting. But I mean, that could just be a memory. He doesn't remember at all, I guess. I was like, good point. Yeah. Felicia's eyes are now open. They're open. I guess it depends on only what you mean by done anything. If you're talking just win competitions, if you're talking this, that, or the other thing, it just depends on what your definition is. And as fans, I think we all kind of define what we think gameplay is. But that's definitely a strategy to play under the radar, get in with certain people, have certain alliances, but not share all your game information with everyone and not run around the house and freak out. I think that there's something to be said for that strategy, as long as you are building little, pods of people, I guess, in addition to your main alliance that you are loyal to. I mean, it's not as if she's not talking game. It's not as if she's not building alliances. It's not as if she's not strategizing. It's not as if she doesn't understand the game. She totally understands the game, and she understands who she works with well enough to know, don't tell Felicia about this move. And she knows well enough to be like, oh, okay. when presented with a plan and having, built a relationship with Corey, to decide whether that was going to be best for her. And in that moment, it was best for her because Felicia was a number one ally to her. And so why would she keep Izzy over Felicia? Because she was more loyal to the brown sugar babes. So, I mean, David, thank you so much for the super sticker. Appreciate it. Dominique says playing under the radar doesn't deserve to win. Second place at best. I mean, I actually, you refound your breakdown with Jolene mug. I actually think that that's as good of a strategy as playing on top of the radar. It just depends how well you do it, and I think playing under the radar and people saying you're not playing are two separate things. All right. That would be like a Victoria BB16 who is, I don't understand it. So at times could Mimi have done more and insulated herself a little better? Of course. But I don't think that the game she's playing should be criticized for not playing because she definitely is playing. And we do need more of Mimi's storage room rants. We definitely do. Sorry, Nuba, I didn't mean to ignore you. I subbed to you around BB22 and I'm still here, Nuba. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. Appreciate. I love that now StreamYard will star my super chats and super stickers. Okay. So yes, they finally got booze, alcohol in the house. And Joseph says, what are Jolene's thoughts? I'm 46 days in the house and they finally got alcohol last night for the first time. I have lots of thoughts about that. So why do we even give him anything anymore? I understand that previously on Big Brother, other seasons and BB7 all the way back, they stopped giving hard alcohol after that because people were getting cuckoo bananas crazy. But at this point, giving them 4 beers and a bottle of wine every 46 days, what's the point? What's the point? Either give them a little more or give them none at all. Okay. Because then what happens is you have America making deals where it's like whoever I'm not going to use the veto on has to finish this glass of wine or whatever was happening last night with her and chugging Pinot Noir with a Modelo, and then getting a little loopy. And then her and Corey are at the point. I know there's a lot of America Corey stands out there and I enjoy America and Corey just fine. But as a showmance, I don't want to see it. No offense. I'm too old. I'm watching this baby man smack kiss this little tiny Polly Pocket lady who's adorable, but they're on the hammock. It's just no. It's a no for me. And if that's what Pinot Noir is going to do every 46 days, I don't want it. No, thank you. I do miss the days when they could actually have some drinks, be adult, laugh and chat and, do that sort of thing. Thank you so much. I just had a Cash App come in from Krista. Thank you, Krista. That is so unbelievably sweet of you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But if it's just going to lead to this, no, thank you. No, thank you. Yeah, a Polly Pocket on Pinot Noir. I can't. Yeah, they're cute by themselves, but together, I don't. He's a fetus. I don't want to watch a fetus make out. And they're not even hiding it barely. Maybe I'm just too old now. Gone are the days where I want to watch a 21-year-old awkwardly smack kiss a 27-year-old. So no thanks. No. Yes, Mimi called them out. Mimi was because they were like, no, we're not kissing. And she's like, I can hear you. I hear you. Poor Mimi's in the bed right next to these two. I remember junior high kisses sounding like that, but I'm going to have to, I don't even think they were that bad. I mean, it's like when I'm eating really good, yogurt or something. It's too much. What's happening? What's going on? Before his mouth was too stiff, she was saying, he was like, and now it's just it's just so much smacking. It's just too much. How are you smacking that much? what is happening in the kiss that you're just, why? It's just, I think they should just make a rule. There's no more kissing. You can't kiss in the Big Brother house. You can't. Especially next to me. Mimi has rules for her room and next to her bed. Very clear rules. And they're under the covers and they're both just tiny. Shannon says, I have to turn off the feeds whenever I see Blue or Jared or Corey and America laying, right? It's all gross. I don't want to see Blue and Jared either. And Blue, Blue had an epiphany while I was doing my shows in Arizona. Allegedly. She was just, I'm done with Jared. And she's bawling her eyes out. And, you didn't tell me. And that's why she was like, I happily vote to evict Izzy. I'm done with Jared. And she's crying. And I was like, ugh, here we go, Blue. So then fast forward, they have some awkward talks in the HOH room. And the way he talks to her, my God, it's like every toxic relationship you've ever seen or been in or had a friend have. It's just, it's just triggering, for lack of a better word, hearing the way Jared talks to Blue and how he talks in general. And also, you guys, did you see this? Oh my God, I gotta show you this. So he's still like, hey, I'm banging Blue, but I got this girlfriend, Kenzie. I'm sorry, what? And if you are like an alleged swinger, like I think you are, or like we all think you are, then why not tell us? Why say you're cheating? Because you have to have some kind of agreement if she's so okay with this. So this Kenzie lady, oh my God, this Kenzie lady, right? Who's Jared's alleged girlfriend, who loves using the N-word all over Twitter. Allegedly, we'll say allegedly, but people have screenshots of it. And then she locked down her account. Let me know if anybody follows her. I gotta open up like a side Twitter account to try to follow her. Where did they go here? I think I have to go date added. And see what's going on her Twitter feed, because someone on Twitter allegedly does follow her. And this is what they posted, that she posted. So this is a tweet, allegedly, we'll say, from Jared's real girlfriend, who's like, Kenzo, love you, Kenzo. This is her, Ken's, at Mackenzie Parks with 2 S's. Okay. And when it all came out that Felicia just declared war on Cirie, Jared, and Blue, she's fully on board to evicting them, because Felicia was like, if I win HOH, I'm putting Cirie and Jared up and I'm getting their asses. Okay. Because how dare they make me believe that they were going to keep me and that we were riding together when they were just going to save Izzy. Okay. So Ken said, Jared and Cirie to survive the double eviction, please. Maybe she don't want him home. Maybe she doesn't want him home. Maybe she doesn't want him home. Maybe she's like, can he stay for 3 seasons? I have never been at more peace in my life. Maybe that's the thing. I don't know. But this is weird. This is weird. Yuck, Soulshine. He was trying to get Blue drunk and hinted at messing around the HOH. Oh, agreed, buddy. The way Jared talks to and about women is disgusting. Yes, it's disgusting. You are 100% correct. And thank you for the super chat. You're so right about that. Yes, Rick. Jared equals the upside down pineapple, the swinger. Allegedly. Allegedly. Yes, Janelle was defending Cirie on Twitter, but the only thing I saw her doing, it was a very nice tweet with a picture of the 2 of them, and I liked it because it said, you know, despite whatever's going on in this game, this woman deserves our respect. And I agree. I do. I agree. Cirie has given us so much good entertainment, television, strategy, all the good stuff to me. And I think there is a push to disrespect Cirie on levels that are just unnecessary. It's just you could not like her in the game and not like personally go after her for what? She hasn't done anything. But I mean, the only thing you could say Cirie is doing this season that might be a little asshole-ish is the way she talks to Bowie Jane. That's it. As far as I can tell. So yeah, that's all Janelle did. Janelle was just like, hey, you know, this woman is like a legend, an icon, and at least you can not like what she does in the game, but yeah, and exactly, she's not responsible for Jared's actions. She's not. He's a big old guy. He's a man. What did Big D do? He's always talking shit. What is he talking about? Let me know what the big D did. Yeah, they're overwhelming on some of the sites. It is. It's crazy. I don't know. I honestly don't know why Cirie is garnering as much hate. Is it just Jared's behavior? I mean, you don't have to love that she's in the game, I guess. You don't. Some people really hate when Big Brother does twists like this, where they either bring back players or they put like a Frankie Grande in the game, some kind of Nepo thing. I get it, but like, what'd she do that was so bad? You know. T Talk says Cirie's biggest mistake was trying to know everything in the house. So eventually things pointed back at her. Flower says, I love Cirie, but there's always a bad apple. Jared says, I hear you, but you're not hearing me. Why does Blue keep taking his insults? Because she might be used to that kind of guy. I'm not sure. Ace says, nah, I think people don't like her messy gameplay and her being the boss the first few weeks. That could be, sure. So Kenzo Mackenzie rooting for Blue. I mean, Drago, I guess. I don't know. Big D rep Jared before the show and told him to respect the women. Big D? Did he learn? Did he learn his lesson? About the what? Big D loves Jared. Zach Wurtenberger doesn't like Big D. Oh, yes. I've seen Zach and Big D go back and forth on Twitter. And it was pretty funny. Yeah, it would have been great to see Cirie without Jared. It's so hard because there's times where I just, I don't understand fully because I'm not a mom, I think too. And I mean, I can get it. It's not like, oh, I don't want to, but it's her son, it's her baby, it's her kid. So anything, she's just going to have different feelings about that. And she's going to look at him like he's great. And she doesn't know everything that's going on in the house. She doesn't even know all the ways in which he has like basically tanked her game or attempted to with his big mouth. And even when she's outside of the house, I think we can't expect Cirie she's not going to ever be anti-Jared. That's her baby boy. That's like her son. So will she probably have discussions with him on their own and try to advise him in a motherly way? But yes, but is she going to come out and go, my son is a piece of shit? No, she's never going to do that. And she's not going to want, and she's probably not going to take kindly to other people doing that shit either. Yeah, I know it's just a weird situation. Jared is just yuck. I would much rather see Cirie playing by herself, or Cirie and Sanders, Cirie and Parvati, or Cirie and anybody else. I know. Miss Baby Cakes. The way I completely forgot. And he has a whole show with Chada and Tiffany. And I was like, I wonder if Chada and Tiffany know they don't even need him for the show. I wonder if I think they know. They're just like so nice to him. It's very generous. All shade, no shade. Zero shade. Cirie haters loved Taylor being gifted $850 on a silver platter. They love the cookout, but they hate Fields. That BB Twitter for you. That's what Joseph says. Matt says Big D also told him that if he thought he might be tempted to dump his girlfriend before going in, don't. Oh, wait. Big D also told him that if he thought he might be tempted to dump his girlfriend before going in. Don't think Jared heard any of that advice. Oh, okay. Like Felicia. Okay. Oh, if only they could reboot Grey Gardens, you're saying? Before they hooked up, he told Blue he was, in Jared's defense, which it's not his defense, but just in the reality, Jared gave Blue all the red flags. And Blue was like, I'm going in. This is going to be great. This is going to be great. I did see a couple short interviews with Izzy, and what I saw, Ace, is her saying that she didn't want to comment. Izzy saying she didn't want to comment on that, but maybe she did in more depth on other people's podcasts. But she had just basically said that he treated her nicely. I mean, I wouldn't put it past. I mean, Izzy knows. Izzy confronted Jared in the house about the way he would talk sometimes and talk to her. But then Izzy herself has said some things where I was like, it's, yeah, people are allowed to make mistakes 100%. But when they become patterns of behavior, then it's like, ugh. So it kind of sucks for Izzy leaving the house that she is going to be questioned about Jared's behavior. Another woman being questioned about a man's behavior. It's like so annoying. Also, can we just say that what Izzy did, I don't care if Izzy didn't want to hug Cameron on her way out. And she didn't assault him. What are people talking about? This is the most ridiculous piece of ridiculous I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Actually, not the most ridiculous, and then Cameron was on the feeds talking. Oh, he was on some self-righteous kick. I wonder if I screen recorded it, where he was like, there's no I in team. I'm a coach. And if my team, you got it. No, you don't, sir. This isn't the foosball game. Okay. This is a deceitful game show for $750,000 where you can lie, cheat, and steal to get to the end and win. So, you don't have to good game and shake hands at the end if you don't want to. She's a grown ass woman. If she don't want to, she don't have to. And this coming from the man who is taking great joy in torturing people because his ego got hurt, that no one told him that they were going to blindside his best friend. So please miss me with this morality police bullshit, Cameron, that he was spewing on the feeds. I was like, is this dude for real? Do you hear yourself right now? And I don't even begrudge him for that. If you wanted to, get back at them a little, fine. It's a game show. Make them feel the heat. Okay. But then Izzy can't go, I'll be seeing you soon, pig. Like, no, I don't want to hug you. Also, you are not Captain Boundaries. You clearly have issues already with boundaries from what we've seen of your behavior on the feed, sir. So I was just like, who is this guy to get over here on his high horse talking about, well, that's not how you act. And Corey actually had Izzy's back on this, which was nice to hear. Maybe I have it saved on Twitter here. But let's see if we can. Is it this? No, it's not that one. Here, let me pull up my Twitter here. I was so over this dude. I know we have a lot to catch up on because I was gone. So we're kind of jumping all over the place, but hopefully you guys are having some fun. Okay, what the hell is Tamra Judge doing? I got a screenshot that. Oh my God. I got Bravo stuff we got to talk about. Shannon Bedore, the DUI hit and run. These people are a mess. Okay, let me go and see if I can find this, and hopefully we can play it. If I can find it, you guys. Let's see. Where is it? Yeah, Janelle's post was I retweeted it, and she just posted a picture of her and Cirie, and she said, for some reason, BB Twitter has turned its back on Cirie. Don't be fickle. She is still one of the greatest of all time and deserves respect. That was that simple. It was that simple. It was simple. T-Talks, thank you so much for the super chat. Jared's insecurities speak louder than the mask. His distaste for America is because she is a beautiful woman who gives Corey attention. I couldn't agree with you more. Jared feels entitled to attention and fame, nepotism, and no self-awareness. I mean, what in the Drew Barrymore, right? Exactly. What in the Julia Moonves is going on with that guy? But that is true, because he just always will dumb it down to, she's not even beautiful. And you're just like, Jared, what's wrong with you? Did you think every woman in the house was going to fall in love with you? Okay. Okay, sir. No, thank you. But then when America and Corey were fighting or pretending to fight, it was, oh, Jared was so interested in talking to America. It was so funny how that works. It's so funny how that works. The same with Matt. He didn't want to doesn't trust America, but she talks to him in a bikini and he spills his whole life story and all the secrets in the sauce. So, oh no, I can't find that clip. Let's see if I missed anything else. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, T-Talks. That was very kind of you. Yeah, he uses his mom's fame allegedly to probably get laid. Allegedly, you know. Oh, Bummer City Township. Let's see, where are we? Okay, bookmark. Let's see if I bookmarked it. Because he was on a self-right. Okay, here he is. Okay. This is what Cameron's, I just can only say dumbass because it's so stupid, sir. Shout out to Toombs BB _ who screen grabbed this off the feeds. At Toombs, TOOMS BB _ Toombs is pretty legendary in the BB coverage on Twitter. Cam says, there are kids out there watching going, oh, that's how you react when things don't go your way? No. Okay, so the kids watching also when they see people lying and yelling at each other. I mean, this Big Brother isn't where kids should be going to learn how to behave. Quit putting the onus on entertainers and television shows to raise and give your kids morals. Okay, go read But First God, but first divorce, but first profit, but first money. And maybe they can teach your kids how to make money. So he's thinking this is a show that kids watch for their morals. Well, if that's the case, then you're in trouble, sir, because you are out here calling sexy women your daughter and telling chicks to put their clothes on, put more clothes on. She's home right now going, I shouldn't have done that. There's no way she's proud of that behavior. Or her mom and dad looked at what she did and went, serves them right. My dad would, if I was in Izzy's position and Cameron and I had this beef on the game, my dad would be like, fuck that guy. I'm so glad you said that. Cameron is, he's insufferable too. Okay, let's take a listen to what this dickhead has to say. I was like listening to this and I'm like, shut up, dude. You are so ridiculous. You are so ridiculous. Get off your freaking high horse. You are playing this game. You're lying. You're doing all the things, deceiving. You're out there, going, let's lie to him. Let's cause some mayhem. But all of a sudden now the kids are watching. Okay, thank you, the CAG 16. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Okay, let's listen to this dipshit. All right.
I don't have a lot of respect when people react like Izzy reacted. You can feel how you want to feel about it, but me being me, having played in a lot of team sports as well as she has, and having done a lot of competitions where you don't come out the winner, the one thing that you definitely have to make sure that you pay attention to when there are a lot of eyes watching you is that you conduct yourself in a manner in which you will be proud of when you walk off the field. I give a little more grace to that kind of...
There's no field, you idiot. There's no field. I don't care. This is so stupid. If a man ever talks to you like this or anyone talks like this, save the but first God for whatever you're doing on your Sundays, and also save the foosball references for your Sundays. This is Big Brother. Oh my God. So here's Corey like on the hammock like, oh, I can't believe this guy's talking to me. So he's going to reply.
Reaction there than I would someone like, no grace. That's just my
no grace.
Opinion. You have to conduct yourself.
Okay. I gotta play it without stopping it, but no grace. Don't tell Julie Chen that. No grace. No grace. So Cameron, the Mr. Play by the Sports, everyone, you need to be respectful, gives no grace. And Miss Julie Chen, but first profit, gives no grace to the women who accused her husband. Interesting how these people who sit on their little self-righteous soapboxes give no grace. No grace. No grace. But we should do what they say.
That's why I don't have a lot of respect when people react like Izzy reacted. You can feel how you want to feel about it, but me being me, having played in a lot of team sports as well as she has, and having done a lot of competitions where you don't come out the winner, the one thing that you definitely have to make sure that you pay attention to when there are a lot of eyes watching you is that you conduct yourself in a manner in which you will be proud of when you walk off the field.
And I give a little more grace to that kind of reaction there than I would someone like...
No grace.
No grace.
That's just my opinion.
Okay.
You have to conduct yourself as if others are watching you, and they are.
Yeah.
There are kids out there watching this show right now going, oh, that's how you're supposed to react whenever things don't go your way.
No.
Absolutely fucking not.
I think
Life. This is a metaphor for life. When shit gets down and you do not get the answer that you want and the outcome
You're
that
such
you don't
an
want,
idiot.
do you fucking throw a temper tantrum?
Yes.
No, you
Yes.
cannot.
Yeah. I
You
guess,
absolutely cannot.
you know, what probably just made me more receptive to it. I felt guilty.
As a parent,
Oh,
as an
God.
adult,
Oh,
as a
God.
manager,
Yeah.
as a member of any sort of team, as a member of your family.
Yeah.
You cannot afford one moment. You only have so many minutes in this life.
Okay,
If you
Heisem.
afford yourself that much leeway to screw up perception of yourself,
Yeah, that's
put
the part
yourself down,
Yeah.
to put any of the others down, regardless of what you feel that if they did you wrong or not.
Yeah.
You have to walk away from every scenario having learned something and having and holding grace. You have to walk away with keeping yourself in check with yourself to move forward. Know that she's hard on herself.
Yeah.
Very hard on herself.
Mhm.
And she is home right now going, God damn, man, I shouldn't have done it. I'm trying to give her that much credit.
Yeah.
There's no way that she's proud of
I
that behavior.
think she's
There's
proud
no
of
way
it.
that her mom and her dad looked at what she just did and went, well, yeah, serves him right.
Well, look, this is the part where I disagree with you. Because, like,
I did it. I'm not going to you go and hurt someone. You're not justified in your actions. You still hurt someone. If you lose your shit, there are consequences. Period. Just period. He
I
is
walked
not.
away.
And class act goes, thank you.
She did give me a nice fuck you in the storage room. Which is pretty funny.
Good for her, man.
Yeah.
Good for her.
I was like, do you want to talk? She's like, no, Corey, fuck you. I'm like, hey, yeah, I understand.
Class act.
Yeah, I don't know.
To any person, regardless of sport.
Back
Feel
to
like you're in a
sports.
situation where nobody's giving you any credit and you're not going to get any handouts or any additional help. How about you change your attitude? And team.
Where did the handouts come from? Here's the thing. The only reason Cameron is mad is because his ego got hurt on national television. Okay. He thought he did something big. And you know what? You got the person you wanted out. You should be happy about that. Now, if he did want to say, I didn't like how some of you are saying that she did, I don't think she assaulted him, but maybe, you know, the contact with him on his chest, her going, no, thank you, when he's trying to hug. You know, it can be seen both ways. It could be the scene as Izzy setting boundaries. It could also be seen as maybe he was like, I didn't appreciate that kind of aggressive stop. So maybe, but you're only mad because your ego got hurt, sir. That is what you're mad about. Riley, your daughter girlfriend, might have seen it happen, but miss me with this moral superiority bullshit of this whole freaking speech that you gave, like this is damn varsity blues. I don't want your life over here. When you're out here playing the game dirty too. I mean, this is when you're out here making little comments, wanting to cause mayhem, adding added stress and anxiety to people, dropping F-bombs, as people were saying in the chat. You know, kids are not watching Big Brother to learn how to behave. That's not what's happening. And if they are, then you're not necessarily showing a very sportsmanlike conduct with how you're playing the game either, or the words you're using, or the things you're saying, or the boundaries you're crossing with women in the house, or how creepy people think you're coming off. So again, it's just, your feelings are hurt, sir. You don't know how to take that kind of rejection that Izzy gave you. She didn't want to hug you after, you know, you took her out pre-jury, which all by the book, you definitely can do that. You definitely got her out of the game, but that wasn't enough. Now she really hurt your feelings because she didn't say, good game, Cameron. Like, calm down, sir. Oh my God. Cameron can go wee all the way home. All the way home. You're not playing and you're not giving any grace, but no grace. Come on. Oh, yay. 451 likes. Keep liking. Let's see if we can get to 1,000. Yeah, watch your own awful behavior. Clean up your own yard. Clean up your own yard before you're out here telling Izzy and how she should feel and how her parents should feel, how she should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed of how creepy you were to Riley. You should be ashamed at many of the comments you said to America. You should be ashamed of things. Listen, oh, Jesus. I just was like, get off of your freaking moral bullshit high horse. All right. Nobody needs it, Cameron. She just said, I'll be seeing you soon, pig. And from the looks of it, she will be seeing you soon, pig, because right now we have the veto ceremony happened today. Veto competition happened. Jag beat Cam by a pretty small, close margin in the veto comp. And he used the veto and he took Corey off with the reasoning that Corey picked Jag for America's player for house guest choice. And, Jag arguably maybe closer to Corey. So he takes Corey off. So America's still on the block. Jared replaced Corey with Cameron. And the plan as of now, which is Monday, September 18th, is to get rid of Cam. Now, Cam has been wheeling and dealing, scrambling, gambling. He's got to make it to jury, y'all, because he needs the money. Well, Cam, is that good sportsmanship for you to be grifting, if you will, within the Big Brother house, to be making people feel sorry for you because you're broke? And so you just got to make it to jury, Cam? Is that what the kid should do? I thought, what didn't he just say in his thing? That if you can't earn it, if you can't pick yourself up by your bootstraps, John McCain, but you're out here telling us all, you're out here strategizing, saying, I'm poor. I need the money. I'm a single dad. I need the money. I need to get to jury. Is that what kids should be doing? Making people feel bad and use their alleged economic hardships to get further in a game of social strategy? Is that what should happen? A lot of people didn't like Izzy's exit, and you can fully, as viewers, be like, that sucked. That wasn't sportsmanship. But for him to say it, give me a break. After everything he said and done, nah. Pat my rock says no more grifters. I mean, it is kind of grifty. The fact that this man is in the house going, I just got to make it 2 more weeks to the jury. This eviction and the next, and then you guys can have my room. You can have my treats. You can put whoever on the block if I get HOH. You can just get rid of me. I just need the money. So he wants a handout, JD. That's so interesting that a guy like him who says you got to get it done. If you can't get it done, then you can't get it done. Let's just listen to the end again of Cameron's big speech. See how when people talk so much like this guy and are so self-righteous, their words find a way to just kick them in the booty when you take yourself too seriously. That's why just don't take yourself so seriously, bro. Let's see.
A class act goes, thank you.
She did give me a nice fuck you in the storage room. Which is pretty funny.
Good for her, man.
Yeah.
Good for her.
I was like, you want to talk? She's like, no, Corey, fuck you. I'm like, hey, yeah, I understand. I walked out.
Class act.
I don't know.
To any person, regardless of sport. You feel like you're in a situation where nobody's giving you any credit and you're not going to get any handouts or any additional help. How about you change your attitude? And team sports teaches you, buddy.
Right, not to.
That's why.
So if you're not, no one's giving you a handout, you got to change your attitude, buddy. You should change your attitude, buddy. And I don't think it's change it into a beggar. Change your attitude. No handouts. Oh, Cam. Oh, class act, Cam. Class act. Now you're going to beg for the money because you're broke, because you're just stay-at-home dad. I thought you're a big, tough guy, Cam. Jessica said Cam's pitch was poop. If he's willing to do anything to get to jury. That Alamo means he is willing to go back on his promises this week and 1 week further. Worst pitch ever. House guests have to justify their morals in their decision to themselves. Yep, Cam justifies his decisions through money. He can talk away or talk any way he wants in the house because of the money. Yeah. Oh, ride with me. Ride with me. I don't think so. I don't think so. He's dropping philosophy. He does not live with his parents. Oh, well, I hope his parents. Well, in his logic, Izzy's parents, they're probably not proud of her. Your parents probably aren't proud of you if you're out here begging for money rather than just earning it. There's no handouts in Big Brother, Cameron. Just because you're broke, that don't mean nothing. You gotta get there. You're on a field in a game, allegedly, according to you. There's no crying in baseball. There's a little crying in football, but I don't think that's how it works. I don't think your team you coach goes out on the field and he's like, hey, I'm not ready to play or start the game, but I sure as hell need this money. So you better just put me in the field. Put me in, coach. It's not how it works. That's not how it works. Oh my gosh. I love your Cam impersonating. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Joseph, great point. Skippy has been. Cirie, before when I was getting ready to go live, Cirie was talking about something. It was getting interesting. And then they cut the feeds. And it was cut for a long time. How about we cut the feeds when America and Corey are smack kissing? Can we do that? Because I would much rather hear them talk about game, anything else than oh my gosh. Rex says, I guarantee Cam sees his little league quarterback like a son. You're like a son to me. You're like a son. Maybe it was. It was getting interesting, Nikki. And then they cut the feeds. So, oh my gosh. Allie says, so happy I caught this live. Just got home from teaching kids dance all night. And this is so much needed laughs and adult time. Love you, Joe. Thank you, Allie. Love you. Right back. Appreciate that. Right. But we need all the middle school kissing. Like, move the camp, move. There's no one. This isn't like Joseph and Taylor where people were like waiting. Are they going to kiss? Are they going to kiss? Even with Joseph and Taylor, I didn't want to see them kiss. I just didn't care. I've seen people kiss before. Okay. Unless it's Jack and Rose dying on the Titanic, I'm not interested. Okay. I don't know. I've been in my 20s before. I've seen it. All right. So yes, we did. We figured out the swinger city in Arizona, and I was right because I asked it at my show, and it's definitely Anthem. But some people did say Sun City. But I got an overwhelming Anthem. So if you are a swinger, like allegedly Kenzo, Jared's girlfriend and him might be, well then, they're going to want to go to Anthem, Arizona, allegedly. Okay? But some people did yell out Sun City. Miss Diamond was there, and they did yell out. But some people did say Anthem, and so I'm going to go with Anthem. Interview Izzy, please. Possibly. We'll see. I know Izzy's doing a lot of interviews right now, and there's only so much she can say. So maybe when she can actually say something, I'm giving up on CBS. Yes, SS Muse Production says, if anyone can dig their way out of the hole their son has put them in, it's Cirie. I hope she survives Thursday double eviction and rebuilds her momentum. I do too. You know, it's an exciting week. We do. Is it? But PMR, they said during the show that it was Anthem. I never heard of. I don't even know where Sunland Springs is. But PMR, you would know better than me. But I'm going to still go with Anthem. I honestly think they're the ones that do the rock formations in the front yard. I think they do that. But I agree with you, SS Muse, that it is Cirie can dig her. Cirie would be so much better. Now, there was allegedly when I was doing shows and I was, busy doing stand-up, Cirie was talking about possibly giving up her game and giving it up for Jared. And then today on the feeds, I think that's done and over. Maybe she was just having an emo moment. Maybe she was just, in her feels or something. But then today she was talking to Felicia and she was like, Corey, America, and Jag are, they got a threesome. Speaking of threesomes, and they want They're going after Jared. They're going to go after Jared. And Felicia don't care anymore. Felicia's like, okay. Oh, really? Okay. I think they made pork chops tonight. And Cirie is, trying to tell Felicia, like, yeah, they're coming to Jared. And Felicia's like, okay. Mhm. Felicia, she wasn't even trying to hear it.
Yeah.
She was like in one of her night terrors.
Fucking Bowie Jane. Fucking Bowie Jane.
Fucking Bowie Jane. Thank you, DJ Charisma, for the super sticker. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. I saw something else here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Is it just me or Yvonne? I can't comment on that. Yeah, Les Moonves was haunting. Rick says Felicia in her sleep. She's like, no, Les, no. Okay, no. That's what was happening. Eddie says Blue wants to re-out because she wants Jared to herself. I mean, Blue's gonna go. Blue said when she was doing in her crying phase, in her crying era, she was like, I'm going to get rid of Jared. He lied to me. And then he just had to speak annoyingly to her a few times. And then they slept together in the HOH room. And then she was singing a different tune. And then they're snuggling all over the house. And now she wanted to get to know Cirie just so she can cut her. She's like, Jer Bear's mine. Jer Bear's mine. Yeah, that was dumb, Kathy. And people were mad. I think that's a big reason people were really mad at Cirie, because she offered to go on the block if Cam won the veto and couldn't be backdoored. So she told Jared, you can put me up. And he's like, you wouldn't have to. She's like, I'll be fine. It'll be fine. And I think a lot of people were like, what the freak? Because you can't quit. Because you signed. And I do agree with that. I do agree with no, Cirie, you are better than that. The only person I was like, fine, just quit was Sandra. I think was it Sandra who quit on Winners at War? I'm like, Sandra, you've done enough. They probably called you back. You're like, oh, I guess I'll go back. Or was it not Winners at, what season did they have I think it was wasn't it Winners at War? When she was like, I'm not going to go to exile. I'm just going to go. Peace. Deuces. Talk to you later. But as far as Cirie goes, if you are the twist in the game, you can't go home. You can't go home early. You cannot give up like that and leave us with your son. That is when we will start blaming you for his actions. That is when I might have to turn on Cirie, and I don't want to. Okay? Because I was like, what? Okay, it was Winners at War. And when Sandra, Queen stays queen, I was like, you know what, Sandra, you did your time. Thank you for everything you've given me. The whole twist wasn't around just Sandra. This whole twist is around you. You can't leave us with your offspring, Cirie. We don't enjoy him. He's not fun. No. We need you. Okay. Yeah, Sandra was like, I'm not gonna go and win. I can't win my way back. That's not what I do here. That's not what I do. I love Sandra too. So I was like, leave Sandra alone. She's done enough. There would be a lot of backlash. You can't quit when you're I would understand if it was just, let's say Cirie goes and does Survivor again. It's another Sandra situation. It's a whole bunch of people. She's not the twist. Fine. God bless, Cirie. You've given us so much. Thank you. But you're the twist. You're the reason for the season. Okay? You're a pumpkin spice latte. You got to stay. You're here until damn near Thanksgiving. And that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Michelle says Jared should take Corey out. take Cameron's deal and repair his relationships, or he will be gone. Yeah, I mean, Cirie even mentioned, like, should we take Cameron's deal? I mean, is that something you should do? Or maybe it was Jared that mentioned, but they talked about it, and they decided they need revenge for Izzy. Oh gosh, yes. And I don't know if Blue, I guess she's doing stuff. Okay. If Blue takes Cirie out, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, how is she going? I don't, well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. You guys. Yeah, Corey isn't on the block anymore, though. Yeah, that's true. Big Brother finale. Thank you, BB. Yep, November 9th. November 9th. T-Talk says, I feel like the game is mentally harder than it was previous seasons. Everyone thinks about the All-Stars and Alliance history, which makes no one trusting. Definitely. Definitely good points. Oh, the things I would do too, Michelle. If Blue could ever get her shit together and actually backdoor Jared, that glimmer of hope we got when she was crying after he won HOH, and she's like, I'm done with him, and she was spilling all the secrets except for the one that Cirie is his mom, which sometimes I wonder if she is still going, or maybe Felicia. I don't know, girl. Maybe it's Felicia who's his mom, you know, in her Blue way that she does. She's like, it's me, Blue from TikTok. It's your girl. And I'm like, you're no one's girl. We don't know you. Whoever you are in the DR when you're voting or talking is not who you are in this game. We don't know this girl. We don't know you. Who is that? Who is that character? All right. But if she would actually wake up and take Jared out, Felicia, that would be amazing. Oh my gosh, that would be crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I would love it. Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
Who is she? Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
Instagram. That's where they found her. Casino Bling Cap Blue. So that's where we're at, you guys. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and do another live Java with Joleen. I am back. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank you guys for participating and giving me your opinions. Again, we can always agree to disagree, and you're welcome to have your opinions in the chat. And I love that for you, and I love that for all of us. Shout out to everyone in the chat who came out and saw me this weekend at Stir Crazy Comedy Club in Arizona. I will be booking more shows and keep you guys up to date on those. Let me know in the comments after the video posts again what areas you're in. Hype Man Husband Chell is trying to get me more organized so I can get like a spreadsheet, like some kind of thing together to know, you know, who's not, I don't need your address or anything, but like how many are in what city so that I can plan a little tour, come by, do some comedy, meet all of you, because it is so very, very, very fun. But I missed you guys. I was so grateful for all the people from YouTube that came out that I got to talk to and hug and talk BB with. But I missed the rest of you too. And I missed talking with you and Miss Diamond. It was just such a pleasure to get to chat with you and meet you and your wonderful husband and Pearl Jam forever. So good times all around. And this was a fun little catch up, right? We had sassy Joleen. I mean, but I'm always sassy. Let's be honest. I'm never not sassy. We got to talk about some Chen Moonves, Julia Moonves shit. We got to talk about what's going on the feeds. We had the POVs. We got Cameron with a possible backdoor, but it's a long way to Thursday for a double eviction. A lot of stuff can happen between now and then. We will see. Felicia is now out to get Cirie. I mean, things are happening. It's all happening. Oh my goodness. So thanks, Odell Check. Big Bud Press. I got to get them to be like, hi, would you like to sponsor all of my stage outfits? I love a big stop it, Miss Diamond. I smell good. Oh my God. Thank you. You smell better. You smell better. You guys are too nice to me. But keep keep being nice to me. I enjoy it. I appreciate it. And thank you to everyone for the those of you who sent Cash Apps, Venmo, PayPal. Thank you, Lala, for the super chat. Shout out to Lala and Christy who are enjoying their cruise right now. Keep enjoying that, buddy. Thank you so much for sharing not only giving a super chat, but sharing your story with us. Julie Chen should be ashamed. Okay. Dan Barry, thank you so much. Nuba here since BB22. David coming in with a super sticker here. Buddy again. 100% agree with you on that. T Talks spilling some valid correct points. The CAC 16, thank you so much. And DJ Charisma, appreciate you guys and your support, and hit that like button on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, and smash the bell so you get notified every time I go live to talk about Big Brother or any of the other crap I like to talk about. You're all wonderful, beautiful little pumpkin spice babies. Thank you, Atharella. Shout out to my mods who I appreciate so very much. And Atharella, who just dropped my Instagram. Follow me on the Insta. I'll be posting some stand-up comedy clips from over the weekend and other shows. I have so many clips that I just have to, I got to put the, what is it called? The words on it. You guys know what I'm talking about. I've been talking for almost 2 hours now. I'm still sleepy. I'm still a sleepy girl, but I have to, the closed caption, I have to put the captions on some of those videos. So follow me on the Instagram. And like I said, thank you, Forever Eclectic. Thank you coming in with a super sticker. Thank you so very much. I will be back tomorrow, and always remember to enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye, guys.
If you like what you